Let me see. We should be good. We should be good. Let me see. We in here, man. What is up, yo? Everybody is here already. What is up?
Yo. Guess who's in the building?
You gonna tell
Just
them?
in case you didn't know.
This guy. What is up, y'all? We gonna get into some shit tonight, yo. We gonna talk about some shit tonight. Try to get y'all to think with me real quick. Let me pause this. I'm already late. Let me pause this. Get this down. Get all this workout up here. I got some shit up just so we can quote people specifically. Make sure I'm quoting these motherfuckers right. Some of the shit that's going on out here right now. Y'all let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me good. Everybody. I would have posted the shit up on fucking Facebook, but as you all know, they holding me the fuck back as usual. Posted some shit up on there. They blocked me for it. You know how they do. And they delete my Instagrams every goddamn day. So, trying to keep up with that. I do have a new Instagram page and a new Twitter page. It's in the description box, y'all. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be going in. Y'all already know what it is, man. Okay, listen. The black people's superhero then came out his mouth and said that he feels some type of way about police brutality because Jordan straddled the motherfucking fence, man. That's what he did. He straddled the fence. He came out. I'm going to quote him directly, and we're going to talk about his ass. Michael Jordan came out here like this. He says, I know this country is better than that, and I can no longer stay silent. We need to find solutions to ensure people of color receive fair and equal treatment, and that police officers who put their lives on the line every day to protect us all are respected and supported. He gave one of them general, well, all lives matter, right? He did one of those. And the only reason he did this shit is because his shoe sales went down 30%.
I didn't know that. I didn't know his shoe sales went down.
Shoe sales went down 30%. God, MJ decides that he gonna come out here and let y'all niggas know that he is really down for you like that. Shout out to black people for hurting themselves a little bit, getting them to come the fuck up out of here. Now he got to come out here and at least look at us. This motherfucker been living in a world where blinders is on because we kept giving him our motherfucking money. We didn't care that he didn't say shit. We were still lining up. Still fucking, fighting each other over these motherfucking shoes, man. Now, I'm not saying anything wrong. Anybody got some pair of Jordans, shoes, whatever. But $200 fucking standing in line overnight, camping out and shit. Something's wrong with people, yo. Taking them. And I know Jordan, because he did this shit, all he got to do is come out with some glow in the light 9s. Right? Not even glow in the dark 9s. Nah, glow in the light 9s. And y'all niggas will go buy the motherfucking shoe. That's what'll happen. The glow in the lights will come out. The 9s.
And somebody was like, well, Michael Jordan got all the money in the world. Like, he can say whatever he wants to about police brutality. And the fact that it took him this long to come out proves everything.
Right.
He can't say a motherfucking thing about police brutality. He even had to clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Like the WNBA, you know what I'm saying? What they've been saying is
right. I showed a lot of love to them. I showed a lot of love to them because I've seen a lot of black men trying to belittle what the fuck they were doing. And that shit made me mad, yo. Like, they ain't got as much to lose. And it's basic life. Like, if your nest egg is looking like $5 million and a WNBA player making $70,000, the NBA player has a larger nest egg to fall back on. You know what I'm saying? Like, those women were taking great risk to come out here and speak that truth. And they got fined for it. Now, I've seen that they retracted the fines from them. I don't know if you knew that or not. Yeah. They retracted the fines. But they still spoke out.
Is the president of the WNBA. She said, while we expect players to comply with league rules and uniform guidelines, we also understand that their desire to use their platform to address important societal issues Given that the league will now be suspending play until August 26th for the Olympics, we plan to use this time to work with our players and their union on ways for the players to make their views known to their fans and the public.
Exactly. Black Lives Matter. That's all they did was rep. Just like the woman, the attorney who got put in jail for 5 days for not taking a pin off her shirt, not a t-shirt, not a hat, not a not a briefcase or nothing with a. It was a goddamn pin. Judge gave her 5 days for a motherfucking pin, and people were agreeing to that shit. You know what kind of motherfucking people? White motherfucking coons. Yes, I have spread it out, the word coon, to just really embody the entire white motherfucking coons. They exist. Just spell those with 3 Ks. That's how we doing that. MJ comes out after losing money. Wouldn't risk money though. Wouldn't risk money. But after losing money, then he'll come.
And that's why the rest of the NBA ain't said shit.
Carmelo Anthony trying to say a little something.
There was like 4 players on the cover of a magazine, which that's pretty huge. You know what I'm saying? I can't take away from what they're doing, but they're not saying too much.
Right. And then Carmelo Anthony gave some old cops and black people need to come together and come to some kind of common ground. Like it's more that, this, which is still good. He's speaking out, but it's just, I don't really want to have meetings with cops. Like they know what the fuck they doing. What am I saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, hands up or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck you gonna say to them? They know what the fuck going on out here.
It's crazy that the WNBA players, they don't even make as much money, right?
Right.
But after they're done with the WNBA, they got their degrees in law. You know what I'm saying? They open in business and they have all kind of other degrees, and they pour their discipline into that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The NBA players,
they ball out.
Whatever they do, some of them become analysts. You know what I'm saying? They might have businesses after that, but most of them cats be going bankrupt, man.
Right. 30 for 30s on there.
So much more money. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing as much as these WNBA women are doing.
And they got a lot of sponsorships too. I seen motherfuckers saying, well, it's because they got sponsors. That's why. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. You can stand up whenever the fuck you get ready to stand up. They showed y'all men how to do it. They showed y'all. And it was on like 3 teams.
If they decided they weren't going to play, you know how much money
70%
networks will lose?
70% of the NBA, both leagues, WNBA and NBA, is black folk. Both sides. Out of every 10, 7. That's what that is.
And then a lot of the other ones is international players. White men ain't even in the league like that no more.
A lot of them, they be getting from overseas too. Yeah. I don't even think they should play in the fucking Olympics. Word life. I don't think they should even play in the fucking Olympics. Because we'll still support this shit, but we're not understanding how it looks that we're still supporting it. Like, we're not really saying much. We cool long as the game's coming on, The
Olympics actually represent the country. Like,
right.
Come on, man.
Right.
Boycott it all, yo.
And a lot of people over there have a skewed perception of what America is. I'm telling you about that dude comment on my video when I was talking about Facebook blocking. He was talking about how he looked at freedom of speech and how they make freedom of speech look over there. And I'm like, nah, we have freedom of speech to a point. And then if you're saying too much, they're going to reduce the amount of people that can hear what the fuck you're saying or completely silence you, period. That's how that shit works. There's no freedom of speech. A lot of people get a skewed view. Yeah, you might be gone. So, it's a lot of people across the ocean over there. They think that America is just, they over there, everything is good over here. Black and white people love the fuck out of each other and shit like that. They think these acts of racism are very pocketed incidences. Like, that's the perception that they have. And because we can say a little bit more than them, you know what I'm saying? Then they feel like, it's gravy over here. But it depends on what the fuck you're saying. And a lot of truth tellers that have came out and told the truth, that their lives will show you that. Their lives will show you that shit most definitely. You can see it, the amount of scrutiny that they go through. And then your boy MJ comes out here, and they was killing him with the meme. Oh, killing him with the crying MJ face meme. Killing him, murking him. But he deserves it. Because he's been quiet for a long time. Now, I'm not going to say anything wrong with him coming out and saying something. But He's been quiet for a long time. So I don't really, you know, his sincerity, especially after losing money, I question that. I question that personally. Black people right now sipping that Obama juice yet again. This time it's Michelle Obama who done got y'all and then swept y'all off y'all's feet. She gave a speech at the DNC. You know, she gave some type of fucking speech where she, you know, basically moved the crowd. But the whole speech was still in support of Hillary Clinton. And I don't know whether people realize that or not. Like, black folk, we got to pay attention. She's
doing her job, though.
Right, she is.
They have to endorse.
She is. She is.
The Democratic Party.
They have to, but still. Like, everybody's clapping, like, Hillary, like, get the fuck out of here. Hillary is not on our motherfucking team, yo.
They tear each other down. And then whoever loses ends up praising or nominating whatever.
Right, like your boy Bernie did. Bernie did that shit for Hillary.
Sucker ass niggas, man.
That's the same thing Bernie did for Hillary, and the people that supported Bernie see nothing wrong with that.
That's how you know it's all bullshit.
Like, come on. Come on. Michelle Obama gives a speech, black folk clapping, even though they're telling them to vote for motherfucking Hillary Clinton. When we know what the fuck type history she has with our motherfucking people, her and her husband. We know this. We understand this. But still, black folk clapping because Michelle Obama is supporting her. Because the Democrats always had our back.
I'm so appalled, man.
It's crazy, man. But people doing that lesser two evils thing, you know, like we can't let Trump's blatantly racist ass get in there. That scares people. So it pushes the vote to Hillary. But I feel like that's why Trump is even there. That's the reason he's there is for his purpose to do that.
Make Hillary look good.
Yeah. To make her look good versus him. Not good, but good versus him. That's really the main thing. She's not as bad as him. Her war crimes and all this shit, that's not as bad as him, you know, being married 3 times, saying racist shit. You know, he comes out of his fucking mouth, but it's everybody should see the game. I don't understand how we don't see the motherfucking game. And we still support the game. We'll still go vote. Lesser two evils. We'll still do that shit. Regardless. But after she made her speech, of course, Fox News has to give their opinion. One of these motherfuckers have to come out of their mouth no matter what's going on if either one of the Obamas open their fucking mouths. Period. What Bill O'Reilly says, and this might be one of y'all's boy. I don't fuck with Bill O'Reilly, but Bill O'Reilly comes out of his fucking mouth and during Michelle Obama's speech, she spoke about how her ancestors built the White House, and it's just an amazing thing that to have her and her family inside of the White House, right? So O'Reilly comes out of his fucking mouth and said, and I quote, that the slaves that built the White House were well fed and had decent lodgings provided by the fucking government. How in the fuck do you get on national news and justify or explain that the slaves was treated good? But they couldn't fucking clock out though. If you treat it good, you get to go. Like, I'm tired, I quit. Exactly. That's, you know, like feeding and lodging. This is what he's able to say on fucking TV and still have any supporters at all. That's amazing to me. Should nobody support somebody that's that fucking stupid out loud talking about slaves? Like he knew. Like,
and all the images that you've seen of slavery, you've seen people getting whipped, beat,
right, right.
I've never seen an image of a slave eating at the table with the white folk.
Church.
I just haven't seen these things.
You won't.
People being treated good by their supposed master.
How?
I haven't seen those images.
The question is how, Bill O'Reilly. How the fuck do you say shit like that and people aren't appalled? That's how you know what type of society this is. Because everybody that fucks with him should be like, wait, no, like, we can't fuck with this dude no more if he's saying shit like this. I mean, he said other inflammatory things, but he decided to say that this is something that he believes. He believes wholeheartedly, and he's standing by it. He provided facts, according to him, that this is what happened with these slaves who couldn't fucking leave or anything. Couldn't do shit.
I ain't seen a picture of them reading or nothing. Like,
you're not. You'll see them dancing and shit. Possibly entertaining them. You know, what the fuck? Bill O'Reilly still gonna have supporters, regardless. Let me read some of the comments real quick before we move on. Let me see what the hell y'all talking about. Mad love to everybody that's in here tonight. I know I wasn't able to post up and let everybody know what was going down or remind everybody what's going down. Mad love to everybody that's here tonight. Somebody said Oprah ain't saying shit. Oprah, when does Oprah say shit? When? At what point? Oprah really don't say a whole lot of anything about anything.
Yeah, I mean,
she's just like a symbol. It's like Oprah's a symbol. That's what I think she is at this point. Like, she's a black woman that got rich. She's a symbol. She's not really trying to open her mouth a lot. Right. Right.
She come out every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Just, right. You know, if it's something about some black actors or something, then she's speaking up. You know what I'm saying? But
she don't really do it a lot.
Nah.
Oprah don't really. I mean, Oprah don't really fuck with this team like that. For real. Somebody looking for my Facebook page, look at my description box. Everything is in there. I ain't hiding from nobody. They don't block me on there, but I ain't hiding. After I do my 30-day bid, actually one of my accounts opens up this Friday, my second account. So it's all in the description box, though. Fuck with me. It's in there. It is in there. Yo, listen. We've been talking about these motherfuckers taking this all lives matter stance. And your boy Richard Sherman, yet again, Richard Sherman comes out and explains why he stands by saying all lives matter. And I quote, Richard says, I stand by what I said, that all lives matter and that we are human beings first and foremost. He had previously said he used the phrase to celebrate our humanity. When he says the word our, it's almost like, who the fuck are you talking about? Whose humanity are you speaking for? Because black people have been very humane towards our oppressors. Who the fuck is he talking about? We've been humane.
Put him in a picture frame, hung him on the wall, sang songs every Sunday about
we did everything to be humane, still are being humane right now. Who the fuck is he talking about? Because we know who's been inhumane since they fucking got here. We know who that is. So who the fuck is this all embodying our and us shit that he's talking about? He just kind of drafting people, like kind of forcing them with, you know, to care about, and they haven't shown that that's important. They haven't shown that that's important. But this is the type of justification that y'all's boy type shit he into. Instead of being real about what the fuck is going on out here. This how your boy come out here. Getting paid now. No doubt he's getting paid. I won't doubt the fact that Richard Sherman is making money for coming out of his fucking mouth like this. For being that good, you know, that good Negro. Right? Supposedly with a thug image with the hair and shit. Like, they'll look at him as a thug 1 second. But if he comes out here and keeps saying shit like this, they'll accept him. They'll let him do more commercials and shit like that with them. More sponsors and shit like that'll come with this all lives matter rhetoric instead of being real about what the fuck is going on out here. We've never been included in the all. That's why we had to separate and make our own shit. That's what happens. Same thing with every other thing that's happening in this country. They had theirs. We will be fucked up or not acknowledged, or it's a crime to be over there where theirs is. So we made our own over here. That's what we've had to do. We've been forced to do shit like that because we're not getting acknowledged properly in the media or anything, in education or anything. We don't get any proper representation anywhere.
And you know, I this is my opinion on the whole thing. I feel like there's a certain time when you can bring up black on black violence and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain time you can say all lives matter and it's okay. But when it's a situation where our people are being killed by the police, why the fuck are you bringing up black on black crime? We know that we shouldn't kill each other. That's not what's going on right now. It's not the appropriate time to bring this shit up. All lives matter. All lives say that shit randomly, you know what I'm saying, throughout the fucking year, and it's okay.
But they can't though.
But when it's a Black Lives Matter type situation where we're being disrespected and slaughtered and brutalized, don't fucking bring that shit up, bro.
But they don't have a choice though, because it's creation. All Lives Matter wasn't out before Black Lives Matter. It only came out to be an anti. So it's kind of like a response. Like as soon as you say Black Lives Matter, well, all lives matter, or Blue Lives Matter. They even doing that. They say anything right here, even though blue isn't even in life. Like it's a uniform essentially. But Blue Lives Matter. This is all the stuff that came anti Black Lives Matter. So they have to say it because they was never giving a fuck about blue lives before Black Lives Matter. They weren't saying that shit. Nor were they giving a fuck about no damn all lives before Black Lives Matter came out. So they have to come out with an anti-movement to, you know, counteract or downplay what we talking about, make us look like why would they ever do that? Why would they're racist because they're separating themselves from the all. But they separate us from the all a long time ago. You see what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us. And then we make our own shit and turn it into some racist shit. I don't know. Y'all not acknowledging us. You know what I'm saying? We're not getting fair treatment in the justice system. So, you know, it's bullshit to hear black people, in particular people that have a mic to their mouth. Like you got a chance. The whole world is listening to you. We're giving you a chance right now. You can say anything you want, and these motherfuckers choose to say shit that doesn't stand on a fucking purpose or stand firm on a motherfucking cause.
We've been knowing that all lives fucking matter.
Right. We treated them as such. We treated them as such. We didn't make it a slogan. We treated them as such. When the fuck did the European treat all lives as mattering? When? At what point in history did all lives matter to the European?
They should say white lives matter. And that should be the end of it. Because that's really all it is.
Right. That's all they're really bailing down to is white lives matter. Which would still only be an anti. Still would be not worth a fuck to me because it still be a rebuttal to
at least they be
Black lives.
True to what
at least they be being blatantly disrespectful instead of this all shit they keep trying to fucking pull on us.
Quit bullshit.
Fuck this all shit.
You know how you feel, just say it. White lives matter.
Right. Don't give a fuck about no damn black lives.
Black, blue, gray, green, or any other fucking color.
We've been humane. That's the thing. They try to make it seem like we was the ones that was fucking giving out smallpox, running around killing people, conquering land. We that wasn't us. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they make it seem.
Experiments on top of experiments.
Right.
With black folk.
Right. Like we the violent ones and shit. That's how they'll treat us. Somebody, what the? No, that's. Wait, save some of y'all's questions. I see. Wait till I open up random questions. Wait till I open up random questions and shit. Some of y'all's questions are kind of like over here, when we right here. If the cool kid says shit, I think we should start saying only Black Lives Matter. Shit. Well, I mean, we can say whatever we want. You know, at the end of the day, we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Dang.
We can say whatever we want, but I don't think
I couldn't say
we wouldn't.
I don't feel like that. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because that's a little, you know, it's a little far, but you know, I think to balance out how far they've gone, would be like an anti how far they've gone. That's a little far. I mean, I don't feel like that either, because I mean, I'm looking at kids in the face, and I can't be like, you know, like, even because the baby white, I can't just. You know, I can't just full blown treat him like that.
I don't give a shit about this baby.
Right. I can't full blown do that, but
I mean to say that only Black Lives Matter, that's not just saying that, you know what I'm saying, like fuck the white baby. That's saying fuck the Mexican baby, fuck the, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Native American baby, fuck all of them.
Yeah.
And it's just us.
But that's how we've had to move through here, though.
That's fucked up.
That's how we've had to move through. A lot of the Hispanics aren't speaking out with these so-called Hispanics. I'll say that. Spanish-speaking melanated people. That's what I call them. But the so-called Hispanics, they one of these fucking actors, I don't know the motherfucking name, maybe it's Leguizamo, him, he called out and said that they should be speaking up more for you know, Black Lives Matter and situations happening like that, because it's happening to them too. Whether they want to know it or believe it or not, it's happening to them too.
He's been an honorary brother for a long time.
Yeah, Leguizamo, I forget his fucking first name. What's his first name?
He be calling out black folk for being coons. Like he's been out here for a long time in these streets. It is John Leguizamo.
Is it? Yeah. He said that shit. So, you know, a lot of Hispanics will chill back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them though, they're not really supposed to be. So they're trying to be as low on the radar as possible because they're not supposed to be even over here a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them kind of, you know, no habla, I working, like get the fuck, I don't know what's going on, just leave me alone, let me live. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them have that hanging over them that keeps him at bay from, you know, speaking on anything anyway. Not saying they just would, but I feel like that holds them back a lot of times too.
But there's a lot of different ethnic groups that support Black Lives Matter. Like I've seen, you know what I'm saying, like even Asian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Japanese, like Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? You don't see it, you know what I'm saying, a lot.
Yeah, they don't show it a lot.
The media don't want you to see that. You know, they want you to see all the rampant bullshit that's going on, but I've seen a lot of
even some of the marches and protests they be having, there be all types of people out there. Not huge, enormous pockets of people, but they still out there. You know, I've seen white, you know, like you said, Asian. I've seen all types of people out there. Yeah, all types of people out there. So, you know, some people will stand with us, and some won't. Selena Gomez. Who the fuck is Selena Gomez, Neil?
Nobody.
Somebody said Selena
Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend from Disney or somewhere.
It said Selena Gomez said "fuck Black Lives Matter."
Yeah, she did.
She did.
So many words.
And so, what did she really say?
Well, we gonna find the fuck out right now.
Pull up what she really said, because I don't even fuck with that bitch anyway, so I don't really know her life or what she's about. So what the fuck? How did she say it? Selena Gomez. I'm sorry, I don't know who Selena Gomez is. I don't keep up. She sounds insignificant, so I don't know if I need to know her or not.
Fucking 17.
She's 17, y'all.
No, not really, but she's a young girl, man.
Okay.
Are you supposed to know who the fuck she is?
I mean, I don't know these young. I mean, you know, I don't watch TV. I told y'all that shit. Okay. What'd she say? What up, Kiki? What is up? Somebody, she's 22 years old, overrated pop singer. She sings pop. Of course, I don't know.
There are more important things to talk about in regards to Black Lives Matter. Why can't people use their voice for something that fucking matters?
Wow. Damn, she jumped out there, didn't she? There are more important things. Okay, the bitch said there are more important things than Black Lives Matter. That's y'all, girl. Y'all know her. Some of y'all have said y'all know who this motherfucker is. I don't even know her.
Means if I hashtag something, I save lives, ? No, I could give two fucks about sides. You don't know what I do. That was what she said.
Wow. That's y'all's girl. I don't fuck with her. Never did, and I damn sure don't now. Fuck Selena Gomez. Just put it out there just so y'all can say I said it. I don't fuck with her. We need to talk about your boy KRS-One. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about KRS-One, right? They've been asking me about KRS-One and him defending Bamabatta, and I'm like, well, what the fuck ever. I had a couple people ask me about this shit, and I've been chilling on it, but we do need to deal with this shit for real, Because KRS-One, I don't have no respect for the brother after standing up for somebody that's, you know, molesting, abusing any children. I don't see how KRS-One then came out here and defended this shit.
I had to find out if he had kids or not.
Who cares?
He only has one kid. Yeah, he has a kid. He has a son that I think is grown as fuck. But
I'm gonna read his quote. Let me read his quote, Neil. Let me go ahead and read his quote. KRS-One says, "For me, if you keep it hip hop, nothing can be taken away from Africa Bambaataa," he said. "But if you want to dig into dude's personal life and accusations that's being made and so on, personally, I don't give a fuck." He then said, "If somebody was harmed or whatever, y'all got to deal with that shit. That don't stop what you did for hip hop. It don't take away none of it. History is history, but deal with that. That's personal." What in the fuck type of blanket overall, not picking a fucking side, not standing up for the kids in your motherfucking community in any type of way shit is that? You my brother. And some shit come out, I'm like, well, goddamn, I don't know what all he did. I mean, this is my brother. You know, I'm gonna stand by you, but if shit get rough out here, I don't fuck with you, cuz. That's just all it is to it. I don't fuck with you, cuz I can't. He didn't even leave a disclaimer like that or in parentheses or nothing. He said, if you don't fuck with African Bambaataa, you just need to give up on hip hop and shit.
And when the fuck did people say that hip hop was under attack? Because like Africa Bambaataa represents hip hop, it just himself.
Right.
Like nobody's attacking hip hop. Hip hop is intact. We're attacking Africa Bambaataa for being a piece of shit.
Right.
And you defending him, so now I gotta look at it like, goddamn, KRS-One, what the fuck you got going on?
Right.
Let me dig up your shit and see what the fuck you.
But that song, the homie made a good point right here. Bib Toronto said KRS-One made 13 and Good. So he made a song called 13 and Good. So I don't know how or who let him get away with that shit. I don't know how that was able to be released or produced. I don't know who listened to it, who okayed this shit. I don't know. But he made a song called 13 and Good. That's tough. And then to come out and not even stand up for the people in any type of way, you don't give a fuck. Hip hop and personal life is separate. That doesn't make any sense. That's like a pastor raping somebody and saying, well, religion and his personal life is separate. Once you stand up and say you're an honorable man and everybody respects you as such, you're going to be held to those standards. And if you're a figure in hip hop, you're going to be held to those fucking standards. That's automatic. We don't know. You a rapper. We thinking, you know, Africa Bambaataa doing things, supposedly doing things in the community for the kids and talking this Black Power shit. We don't think you out here molesting or raping children. And this shit gets swept under the rug. I remember telling you about that earlier. This is some shit that happens in the Black community, gets swept under the rug. Let me tell you how we did it. Let me tell you what happened to us. We are with this on the subject line or based on this, what I call a fucking crime against humanity of committing acts of pedophilia, molestation on children. This shit gets swept under the fucking rug in the Black community. It gets swept completely under the motherfucking rug. And you know what we say? I remember saying it when we was coming up. Oh, that's white folk to act like that. White folk fucking their cousins and daughters and molesting it. Y'all know that's the type of shit that, you know, you say to a white boy, I ain't go fuck your sister, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Your daddy or mama gonna molest your bitch ass tonight, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. We pushed it off on to white, made it a white folk thing. It's not a white folk thing. Understand me. It's not a white folk thing. That's cognitive dissonance. We've justified this shit happening in our communities by saying, well, it's a white folk thing. Hillbilly type shit. This shit's happening all over in all types of communities. And it's not being addressed in the Black community at all. Like it should be. It's happening. You have men that possibly like Africa Bambaataa, possibly like that are raping children. That's what's going on out here. Raping kids.
Using their influence to do so.
Right. African Bamabatta out here done wilding the fuck out. If the cool kid says soon pedophilia is gonna be legal, it may be, but I'll murder a motherfucker for fucking with mine. I murder me one.
Umar talked about that.
Young, like man, my fucking 12-year-old daughter, cuz nah, man.
They put homosexuality in the the mental health.
Right. They took it out.
Took it out. Yeah.
Right. They took it out.
It's a disorder.
It was taken out.
Yeah.
And pedophilia, what they're trying to say, they're jumping on the backs of the campaign or the slogan that the homosexuals use with the "I was born this way." So that's what they're using. The whole "I was born this way, I can't help it," something about it. I don't know. 13, and then you proceed and you go on and make a song called 13 and Good. So this is what happens to these people that let this logic or let this mental illness take over. That's what happens. And I don't understand it. Nothing inside of me will let me do no shit like that. Nothing inside of me will let me do it. That's how I know this idea of God that people have. I know it lives inside of everybody. It's some stuff that just you don't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at the shit anyway. And I don't need a book or nothing to tell me that. I couldn't imagine, manipulating a child into fucking with me like that. I couldn't imagine doing it.
I said then, as I'm saying right now, it is not that I don't care about the accusations made against Africa Bambaataa. I am saddened at the whole controversy and how it is being handled. It is not that I don't care. It is more the fact that I don't gossip. I don't take sides in real disputes that don't concern me. I don't slander people's names, and I don't believe in abandoning your friends when they may be accused of crimes or make mistakes in life.
Fuck out of here, man.
Now, mistakes in life.
I'm like, come on,
my homie steals something from the store, he gets caught, he does some time, he's my homie. You know what I'm saying? He made a mistake in life.
Right.
That I could forgive him for.
Right.
If he, you know what I'm saying, maybe got into an altercation with another friend I know, you know what I'm saying? If he falls short, you know what I'm saying? Those are mistakes that I could probably forgive him for.
Right. Oh, you a 20 or some shit.
Molesting one of my family members or just molesting
anybody in general. Anybody, period. Not just in the black community. I don't
feel like that's a mistake.
Anybody
I could just let slide.
No. He don't think it's his concern, but that's a crime against the black community. At that point, you're fucking with random kids. That's a crime against the community at that point, which needs to be, if this motherfucker act like that, off with his head.
Was it white boys?
Nah, it's crimes against boys, right?
Exactly.
It's crimes against the community. Like, you can't do no shit like that. And he comes out here talking about some fucking, he can't pick sides. I can. If the motherfucker did that shit, fuck him. Easy. If I find out he did it, fuck him.
Instead of using one's mind and time to gossip about Africa Bambaataa, I think we should look closely at what it means to hate.
Really?
There's no forgiveness, justice, or healing on any level when hate is involved.
Hate, is that what he called it?
Hate is also a federal crime as well as a spiritual disease. There is no victory with hate, and hate is what is leading the charge against Africa Bambaataa.
Wow.
Not justice or even healing or reconciliation.
That's your boy. That's not my boy. That's your boy. Because I don't fuck with him.
That's not my fucking boy. Yo.
I don't fuck with him.
I don't know that nigga no more.
Something that I really do feel like that we need to do better about addressing.
And here's another thing too. And this is probably gonna piss a lot of people off that are supposed hip hop.
Okay, let me see. What you got?
I never fucked with KRS-One. I never fucked with Africa Bambaataa or none of them niggas like that.
Right.
And I don't know if it was something like telling me that there was a reason why I shouldn't fuck with them, but
I think the generation above us fucked with them harder than we would have, because they came up when
Big Daddy Kane, you know what I'm saying, people like that, but you know,
KRS-One wasn't your guy.
Nah.
No, well, ain't nothing wrong with that.
His last album a shot, and I wasn't really too thrilled with that. You know what I'm saying? Call me a coon, call me what you want to, but that's not my brand of conscious rap. I just can't fuck with them like that.
Why would anybody call you a coon for that?
Now, I have every reason not to fuck with them.
You should not be called a coon for that.
Bamabatta.
I don't think you should be called a coon for that at all, man.
No, you know how people do. Oh, you can't. What? Hip-hop?
Fuck that shit, man. I ain't fuck with them heavy like that either.
I really didn't start fucking with hip hop like that until like I say the late 80s.
Right.
You know, when Big came out,
right.
You know, NWA.
When did Bone? Like what year did Bone come out?
Bone came out like 95, maybe.
Them was my motherfuckers right there.
95 strong. Yeah.
I fuck with them, but if I come out and one of them is molesting kids, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who they are. You molesting kids, you committing crimes against children, then fuck you, cuz. That's just how I feel. Like, I don't understand this shit.
He could have said that.
That's what he's supposed to say. That's what you're supposed to say.
Even though I don't know if my man's is guilty or not. If you molesting kids, something is fucking wrong with you, and I don't fuck with you. And that would have been good enough.
Right, I'd have took that.
But
I'd have took it.
He know he defending it because that nigga, he got something to do with it.
Yeah, I believe he done did some shit.
Them 13 is good enough for him, huh? Okay.
13 and good, man.
13 and good.
13 and good.
Wilding out.
And we have to be mindful of this and be attentive. Don't ignore this shit. Because a lot of times too with this shit, a child will try to reach out and, you know, seek help or, you know, reach out. And a lot of us will ignore them. Keep it in the family is what the type of shit that says. Not thinking about the mental, you know, process of trying to develop a normal mind. Like, what the fuck? You throw molestation in there. Now you've, you know, skewed their perception of reality for the rest of their fucking lives. Period. That's going to affect them all of their lives in some type of way. And these motherfuckers ain't thinking about none of that shit. They just going ham. That's bullshit. And we need to make these conversations something that's, you know, brought up more frequent. Because this shit is happening out here. And it's continuing to happen, which means it's being passed the fuck down.
It could have happened to Africa Bambaataa. Maybe that could be the reason why he's doing what he's doing right now.
Right.
Still sick.
Still sick.
You know what I'm saying?
It's sicker. It's even sicker to me because you had to have it happen to you and want to do that to somebody else. You know what it did to you? It's sicker to me.
It's a mental disorder.
It's sicker to me. Like, if you get, you know how it made you feel. You know how heartbreaking it was. Why the fuck would you want to go spread that?
It's like getting abused as a kid. You know what I'm saying? You vow when you have kids that you're not going to treat them that way. I would think that it would work something like that.
Right.
It doesn't always work that way.
Right. That's how you would think it would work. But these motherfuckers out here, this shit's passing down because it's continuing to happen. It was happening decades ago. It's still happening now. It's being passed down. It's some sick motherfuckers out here, man. That's all it is to it. It's some sick motherfuckers out here. Let me see what they're talking about. Let me see. I don't know what happened with Jay Morrison. I don't know who that is. Jada Kelly says, sounds like the house I grew up in. What happens in this house stays in this house. Exactly. But that was supposed to be if the lights off and shit. Not if Unc done jumped out of pocket. You know, if the water turned off, you know, don't go tell everybody. Don't say nothing. But if Unc is out of pocket, you need to fucking expose Unc to your upline. You should be able to do that. And somebody go check motherfucking Unc. That's all it is to it. In my opinion, anyway.
And too often you see it, man. It's victim shaming.
Right.
Where instead of going to the supposed accuser,
right,
they started blaming it on their children or whoever is the victim. Like,
right. And the child having to go through that being not their voice not being heard. They won't never tell anybody anything else for the rest of their life. Anything happens to them.
And not only that, but then you can't trust the people around you. Oh shit!
Yeah, white bitches coming up in the background, man. that shit.
My bad.
White bitches coming out looking in the background.
With grilled cheese sandwiches and shit.
Man.
Damn.
Kinky Lynn wild.
But this is, I was looking up the Jay Morrison story, so that's
what. Yeah, what happened with him? Somebody asked me about Jay Morrison. What's up?
It said,
what's up, Forbes Ferrari?
Gavin Long, the shooter who killed the 3 police officers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on July 10th, tweeted a quote he attributed to Jay Morrison. Yes, the government is a hate group. They hate black people. Educator and activist Jay Morrison reacted to the tweet and discussed the state of race in America.
So he stood up for the team? Or no? Let me see.
Yeah.
Did he stand up for the team or not? What y'all know? What y'all know about Jay Morrison?
It seems like he stood by his stance. What his original comment?
What was it? Say his original quote again.
The government is a hate group. They hate black people.
Well, yeah.
And he asked him if that's honestly how he felt. He said, well, the current U.S. government system is of the same system, the same structure, and it always has been.
Right.
We can call it mislike. We can call it, that's a word that I don't know. Antipathy?
Antipathy, maybe.
Antipathy?
Yeah.
But regardless, there is a difference in how the government treats and addresses black people or Africans in America in the way they do other groups.
This is somebody that knows the truth. Somebody knows the motherfucking truth. So when people say stuff like that, black people in particular, when they say real shit like that, the government is a fucking hate group. It is against black people. It's been proven. It's been shown. It shouldn't be. I don't like the fact that it's treated like a conspiracy theory. Like, oh my God. It's treated like a fucking conspiracy theory. You talking about how the government been against black people, even if you present the motherfucking facts. Even outside of slavery, you got your black codes, you got your fucking Tuskegee experiments, you have, you know, all types of mistreatment and brutality. You are treated like you said some wild shit, even though it's been proven it's a conspiracy theory. Makes no sense. Antipathy means no feelings, no empathy. That's what it means. Cold world. I think that's how we were shortening it up. Just cold.
I mean, I figured that, but
yeah, because the anti was there. You know, it's against some shit.
Seen it to read it.
Right.
Well, you have. Okay.
Somebody said they worried about Jay Morrison. I hope they don't try to touch him, man.
Said that he cited the 13th Amendment to my man's when he said that things in America have changed for black people. He said the fact that the 13th Amendment still says slavery was abolished except you commit a crime says that things are still the exact fucking same.
The new Jim Crow, Michelle Alexander, the privatized prison complex. If you get locked up,
slave, yeah.
So, you know, and based on them knowing that they wrote the 13th Amendment in there, that's when they started making more laws and policing black people and people of color more. It was more, you know, there was stuff we couldn't do that would be normal shit, like drinking out of a water fountain. Well, that's against the law.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's something that's normalized now, at one point that was a crime to do.
People still locked up for old crimes.
These bullshit ass racist ass crimes, and that's what happened. That's how they was able to make money off this new form of slavery.
Yeah.
New form. And this is what your boy Clinton, when he slid through here, he ramped the shit up. He ramped the fuck out of this shit. 3 strikes, you out. Yeah. More black people in prison. More black and brown people in prison. More increased. That's your boy Clinton. That's who Michelle Obama just gave a speech for, but she didn't bring that shit up. She didn't mention this part. And I don't know why. I can't respect black people. I don't give a fuck how charismatic they may seem, successful, well-educated. I can't respect black folk that have a podium with people listening to them talk and they're not saying the whole real shit. You have to talk about her husband who signed this into legislation. You have to talk about what happened with the prison rates once this legislation was put into place. Like, how do you leave all that out? But you want us to vote for his wife? Even though it affected black people the way it did, you're black.
We all know he's gonna run the show anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's she's not gonna be running the show. She's gonna be the face of the show.
That's why when they announced that she was the first woman to be nominated for the presidency, it was a big ass picture of Bill Clinton on there.
Yeah.
How disrespectful is that?
But he knew that she was gonna be the president. That's why they stayed together. They knew what it was. Let's settle our differences. Fuck Monica. I ain't worried about her. I'm gonna keep my connections with you. Keep working within the Senate and shit like that. Because how many times has a couple got divorced? Think about this throughout history now. How many times has a couple got divorced that were a first family got divorced and the chick just remained successful or able to continue her political career to become president? That just don't happen. This shit was planned. She might have wanted to go, but he was like, bitch, I'll make you the president one day. I'll put you in the fucking line. If you just hold the fuck out. We stay together. I run the motherfucking show. Well, have at least his voice be heard. People still going to love the Clintons as a team. It's not going to be like they separate them. But that's what the fuck I feel like happened. Like she was on her way out the damn door and he slowed her ass down. Hey, yo. Nick asked me, do I think that Michelle Obama, let me go back up to that was a good question. Let me see. Says Nick F asked me, Robert, do you think that Michelle Obama is going to run for president in a couple years? I don't think she can run in a couple years. She gotta wait her turn. They gotta let somebody gay come in first. They give you a white woman first. A black woman can't come next.
Or Hispanic. I think we'll have a Hispanic president next.
You think it'll go Hispanic full blown before gay? No. Hispanics ain't getting in before gay people. They can come next. We can have an Asian one next. But they're not getting in before gay people.
Really, because think about this. Even with this bullshit that's going on, that HB2, like there's still some people out there that have strong views about homosexuality.
Right.
And this is still God's country, quote unquote. So I have to believe that it would be.
But see, you going off votes.
You're right.
Like you going off votes. Yeah. You can't go off votes. Right, you gotta go off of what the fuck they want to happen.
Yeah.
The electoral college, if they want a motherfucking a gay man to come next, that'll be fucking fine because they set it up to happen like that. Black woman ain't coming right after white woman. No, I don't think it's gonna happen like that. At least not in my opinion. I'll say it like that. I don't think so. Right. Some of y'all know about Clinton's corruption. Some of y'all know about that.
Oh, Billy. If you don't know about their corruption,
most definitely.
When they're running for president, you're going to learn about that shit. Because each candidate makes it their business to bring out the dirt on the other.
Look at this.
You may not have known about.
Selena, I think I'm saying that right. She says, do you think Clinton is picked to be president? Most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely. Based on what I'm looking at. Now, they're campaigning to swing the popular vote so the people will have the idea that it was them that picked the president. They're running that little game right now because they're talking about how scared they are that Trump is picking up so much steam amongst the people like that fucking matters. I even seen Michael Moore say this shit. Oh, I think Trump's going to win. He might possibly win because he's picking up steam. Like, no. They're campaigning to the people to make the people feel as though they had something to do with it when they tallying up popular votes. But we know that shit's not real. It's been shown to us already. George Bush got his second term and he lost the popular vote. He still got his second term in office.
And what's looking real bad for Trump right now, I don't know if people knew this or not, but he won't release his taxes. He's the first president ever that's said that he's not going to release his tax returns every other president in history has done so. Even a president that was being audited, which is the reason why Trump, the reason he gave for not submitting his tax returns is he's being audited. There was a president who released his taxes.
Wow. I didn't even know they had to do that.
Yeah.
Now, what's the point of that
shit?
He
said that the reason why he won't do it is because they'll show that he has ties to Russia and Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Putin about that life too. VP about that life. America don't want no parts of VP. No parts of that dude. He is about that motherfucking life. But they've been accusing him of, I seen something that said Putin was happy that Trump was gaining the steam he's gaining, but apparently somebody didn't tell him how this shit work either. Like, if they don't want Trump to win, the motherfucker not gonna win. Hillary got too much steam. Bernie Sanders supporting her, Michelle Obama supporting her, Barack Obama supporting her. Like, they laying out the motherfucking red carpet.
Putin has something with Trump, man. And he was saying that he wanted Russia to go ahead and give up those emails. So he was saying he knew that they could hack her the servers or whatever and get the rest of those emails. And that's treason. Like, but you think that they're gonna do anything about that to Trump?
Hell no. Trump can have all his money. He can have all his money hid. I wouldn't think they gave a fuck about what he did with his money, because these big banks here now, Wall Street, all that shit's crooked. Offshore accounts, all that shit. They got all that shit going on right now. They don't give a fuck about that part. I think they would be more concerned about the ties with Russia than they would be actually giving a fuck about his money not being, you know what I'm saying, all the way right. Like, I don't think that would make a big issue out of that.
Yeah. So I don't know why he holds them at the taxes like that. Like, cuz just release the shit, bro.
Not if it exposes him for being in relations with
but that's
with Putin.
Like, who do you pick? The person who's hiding this shit or the person who's hiding the fucking emails?
I mean, does it matter who you pick? You see what I'm saying? That's what they want you to do. Pick the lesser two evils. That's a perfect situation. Who do you pick? Which person that's hiding things, period, no matter what it is, they're hiding it. Which one of these two do you pick? That's the situation that the American people are faced with. And most of y'all fucking with Hillary right now. Or black folk in particular.
Richard Nixon was the president who was being audited and released his tax returns.
Richard Nixon?
Yeah.
He didn't have no ties with nobody, so they didn't make a big deal out of it. He still was the goddamn president, right? Yeah. So I don't think they give a fuck about what if the money ain't right. You see him? I think they would give a fuck about seeing if he got them ties. If then it won't even matter. Then they just be able to say it. Well, yeah, he does. So y'all vote for Hillary. You know what I'm saying?
And it says because there are credible and concerning links between Trump and the Russian government. Which
what is his girl?
Hacking the Democratic National Committee computers and leaking embarrassing bits.
Wow. What is Trump's girl? Is she like Russian or some shit?
I don't know what she is, bro. But I can believe that shit, that he does have ties to Russia.
He might. He might have fucking ties. But at the end of the day, it really don't fucking matter, yo. It was written.
And he got called brilliant by Putin. Oh, man. Yeah, something ain't right.
But some people really respect Donald Trump's intelligence from a business perspective. You know what I'm saying? From a business-minded perspective, they respect his mind.
He didn't respect his daddy's vision. He didn't do shit.
He got that bread, man. If you got money, you good.
Now, this is some random shit that I'm about to tell you. But today, John Hinckley Jr., the person who shot Ronald Reagan,
right,
was released from prison after 34 years.
Damn. He didn't even kill him, did he? He just shot him.
No, but listen to this. Gunned down a president. He was found not guilty in 1982 by reason of insanity. Along with the president, he shot the press secretary, a Secret Service agent, and a police officer.
Yeah, he
lived.
And lived. He had the button down on them motherfuckers. That nigga was getting his score streaks up.
Who the fuck?
Yeah, he was getting his score streaks up. He was trying to get the chopper to come in. That's what that was. That nigga was trying to call in a chopper.
Says, although he wasn't convicted, Hinckley was committed to St. Elizabeth's Hospital to be treated for mental health conditions and diagnosed as having a psychotic disorder along with major depression.
Well, I mean, he's white though. You know, they're gonna get him to, you know, they gonna give him insanity. You know, if they're gonna send somebody to do something like that, they're gonna give him insanity as the plea every time. Every fucking time.
But if a black man even so much as swing on a police officer,
he's getting shot 17 times.
This nigga, the press secretary, Rob.
He went ham. I told you, trying to get a chopper.
A Secret Service agent, Jesus.
Or at least a UAV.
And a fucking police officer.
So that's like a UAV.
And the president of the United States.
That's like a UAV. I think that's how many kills is that for? I think he might. That nigga was able to get a UAV and live. And get insanity for it. The fuck out of here. That's the type shit that happens if you white folk. You might be able to get off.
And now he's back out, staying with his mother in Williamsburg, Virginia. Speaking of
motherfucking back out, which I don't think that was these cops were never in. Y'all know that Freddie Gray's all of his accused murderers, they got off. All 6 of them got off. Marilyn J. Mosby, she was the prosecutor. No, she was actually the Baltimore State Attorney. They all got off. Even though his death was ruled a homicide, there is nobody responsible for the murder. Peculiar situation. Because once you rule something a homicide, that automatically means foul play was at work. He wasn't killed by his own hand. He was murdered. Homicide. In this situation, all 6 of the people who were charged with the homicide, all of them got the fuck off. All 6 of them got off. Nobody killed Freddie Gray. It'll go down as being like an unsolved mystery. That's what it'll go down as.
He died of spinal cord injuries.
They mishandled him. How his spine got broke. That's the thing you gotta ask yourself. And they mishandled him after that. Not even a charge of manslaughter, nothing like that. Just out. Full blown free. What's up, one verse? What is up? See somebody talking about Dick Gregory. I seen Dick Gregory had a picture with Nick Cannon online the other day. I seen it on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram.
Actually been description box. Some shit.
Yeah, Nick Cannon is speaking up and standing on the plight of no vote. He's saying fuck voting.
Yeah.
No need for y'all to continue to vote. It is bullshit.
So I think maybe
he might have been talking.
Mans took him as an understudy.
Dick might have been talking to him. And he can't talk to Dick. So I know he had to be listening, because anytime you try to say something to Dick, that motherfucker is going ham on your ass for even asking anything while he's talking. So I'm sure Nick Cannon was just sitting in that bitch nodding, because Dick Gregory ain't gonna let you get no shit in at all. So he might have schooled Nick Cannon on some shit. Forbes said he think Nick Cannon's stupid for saying don't vote. Said we need to vote. Who you voting for? And then I want to ask you about voting history. Like, I want to know at what point, when did voting make a difference for black people? He's one of them. Forbes said black people fought for us to vote for years. They did.
Yeah, it didn't mean a goddamn thing.
The only reason the fight ended, let me show you something real quick, if you'll allow me. They fought for years, right? What they were able to do, what the government was able to do once they fought for years for the right to vote, was be able to manipulate the vote so the voting would have no power. That's the reason they had to fight for years. It's not like they came out and was like, okay, here you guys can vote. They made them fight for that long, held them back, and then wanted to show or prove that they had shown a little love to black folk. At that point, when black people got their right to vote, the vote lost all of the power that it had, period. When you start letting black folk vote, who they don't even look at as fucking human, those votes don't fucking count. That's why you have an overrider. Should be no what the fuck is an electoral college? How is that real? But the vote lost some of its power when they let women vote first. They let their own women vote. The women had to fight for this shit too. They only let them vote because they're like, well, okay, at least they white. At least we can control them with the racist narrative. At least they white. They gonna always want to vote for white folk. Once they gave it to black folk, power gone. Power of the vote, especially if we're talking about on a presidential level, and the fact that the politics are so corrupt that they control every facet of the politics with money and with threats. They control all this shit. So when you have that situation, you got it's all in control. Oh yeah, they can vote. Come on, black folk, come here. Yeah, we was tripping for a while, but now we done woke up and saw the light. Like y'all can read, and it wasn't a situation like that. It was the fact that they knew the vote would have no motherfucking power. So let's give it to black folk. And let's let all people believe that their vote has some type of significance in this country, other than putting some shit on TV, bars and graphs to y'all on TV. That's all voting does. It gives them statistics. That's it. Might as well be a fucking census. That's it. That's all they do. This shit don't got no power, man. You don't want to see Trump in office? Do you think Trump's going to be in office, though? Do you believe that? Even though we talked about George Bush winning the electoral college vote and winning his second term, even though we talked about that, you saying you don't want to see Trump, but I don't think you understand that it doesn't matter who you want to see. They don't care who you want to see, or the popular vote would be the vote. That's what it would be. If they really cared who you wanted to see, or if you really controlled who got in there. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. If they want Trump to be in there, he'll be in there. If they want to get rid of him, they can shoot this motherfucker whenever they get ready. Not like they can send somebody like your boy, right? Go ham, get a kill streak or some shit like that. And take him out. Easy.
People blaming Obama for the fucking police being shot.
What police?
All of them. The ones from Louisiana, is Steve Loomis, president of Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association. He said that the president of the United States validated a false narrative and the nonsense that Black Lives Matter and the media are pressing out there to the public. He validated with his very divisive statements.
Really?
And now we see an escalation.
An escalation in people getting tired of being killed. If they stop escalating,
ever endorse Black Lives Matter? Did you see that?
No.
I didn't hear.
I haven't seen. I mean, he only gave those blanket statements, but he haven't came out and stood absolutely against police brutality against black people. He hasn't taken a stance on that.
Yeah. So what the fuck did he have to do with anything?
Nothing.
No, but Trump actually supported the motherfucking statement.
Trump supported what?
What Loomis said. That Obama is responsible.
Trump. Oh yeah, Trump gonna. Trump. I mean,
blood on his hands.
He's a fucking Democrat, man. I mean, a quote unquote Democrat. Put it in quotes. I mean, he's a Democrat, so of course Trump gonna be against him. Whatever, no matter what he says, they're gonna be against it. So
Say his words. He seemed disingenuous.
Yeah, I don't fuck with I don't really fuck with anybody's narrative about something Obama says, like he's saying something that's so blatantly for black people. Like he hasn't. White people act like that a lot of times. It could be like a small piece. He could just say I'm black and they're like, oh shit, he got his fist up, anything like that. They take everything and it becomes a extreme. He ain't really said no heavy shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't went Huey P on nobody. He just up there dancing around, even acknowledging black people at all. So I don't know if white folks see him as a threat, that's simply because they don't like the fact that he is at least he is a black man. So David Clark, oh my God. Wow. You like David Clark. That's interesting. That is interesting.
Somebody called him the Manchurian Candidate the other day. I was rolling.
Who? Called who?
The
called
police
David Clark.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is so anti-black. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, he under a spell, man.
Everybody is, you know, when this guy even gets applause, I'm disgusted. Like, I don't know what to do when he says something and people actually clap their fucking hands together. That shit blows my mind.
Those are the white supremacists. That's when you start pointing them out and start tallying them up.
Right.
Anytime anybody claps for his bullshit, you're a racist, you're a racist, you're a racist.
Right. All the motherfuckers.
Y'all in the book now.
Right.
So thank you, Mr. Clark, for making it so easy.
Right.
For us to recognize who the
because they're the ones they like though. White folk love people like Clark. They love him.
Oh yeah. They
love him because he's gonna come out and be against his people.
He probably gonna have a TV show pretty soon. They gonna throw some money at him.
Somebody said Nick Cannon says that he won't vote because it's a popularity contest, but that we should vote because people died for us to vote. I don't need to Google he said, just Google his name. Like, I'm good. I don't need to Google his name to read this. I don't give a fuck if he says we should because people died for it or not. We should be mad that people died for it and this shit doesn't mean anything. I feel like in our minds, we are focused on the dumbest shit ever made. We're not mad that the vote doesn't matter. We're going to say we're going to do it because people died. That doesn't make any sense. We should be upset that people die, and it means nothing. Y'all gonna run down there to the poll, stand in line, you're gonna do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But at the end of the day, whoever wins the electoral college votes will be the president. Easy.
Too easy.
Yes, easy.
And it's sad that we even gotta explain this shit in 2016. Like,
you have to, because the deception. The deception is deep, man.
When they got rid of JFK, they decided that every fucking body that they picked, that they put in office, was gonna be by that electoral college, yo. JFK was the last president that got in on some real shit. I feel like. You feel like that was the one? I feel like he got in there on some real shit, and then he said some shit, and it was like,
when did black people get the right to vote? That's when this shit stopped being real. That's what I'm saying.
In the 60s, right?
Yeah, early 60s. Yeah. 63?
It was never real.
When did black people get the right to vote? The exact year. Y'all hit me real quick. Hit me real quick with the year. I'm gonna tell you when the vote stopped mattering. I'll tell you exactly when the shit stopped being real.
Because I know if we couldn't fucking drink from their water fountains, we couldn't vote. But maybe I'm wrong.
No. Forbes says 64. I know it was 63, 64. Forbes says 64. That's when the vote stopped being real. Whoever that president was that served under that term in 64, that's the last one. Everybody passing the quiz. Look at this. Everybody 1964. August 5th. Dylan got very specific with August 5th, 1964. Let's get it. I got some smart brothers and sisters in here tonight. 1964. 1965. Okay, Neil, what was it? Pull it up. Now everybody going 65, August 6th, 1965. When was it? Give me the year. Just so we can clear this up so everybody can have it tomorrow, just in case it come up again. Somebody saying 65. Some of y'all said 64. Let's figure this shit out. Hey, what you got?
Shit, I'm still looking. Because I want to make sure I'm getting the right source and not some bullshit. See, this is the right for all citizens.
All citizens.
For that.
You look for black. Find me black folk. I'm getting 1964. I got August 6, 1965. Somebody said that with an exclamation mark. All right. Back and forth, back and forth. All right. Still no. I mean, this black people's on 65 is. I mean, 65 done took over. Everybody, I'm really.
Act signed into law by President Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Faggot ass. They didn't put that.
It was a bitch ass nigga.
Said that.
Or bitch ass
6, 1965.
65.
Aimed to overcome legal barriers at the state and local levels that prevented African Americans from exercising the right to vote under the 15th.
Now we know. I appreciate y'all doing the search with me. We had everybody participate. Mad love to y'all. 1965. If you asked, it was August 6, 1965. This is when the vote lost all of its fucking power. Whoever that president was that served under that term, and then it was a wrap.
I wonder if she even knows that.
Then it's a wrap. We got the information out here, though. I love it, yo. Everybody went in. But that's when the shit stopped being real, in my opinion. And Lyndon B. Johnson, we know that motherfucker was a racist piece of shit.
Yeah. But, I mean, once they shot John F. Kennedy, I mean, people already knew.
But some people don't believe that was... You'd be surprised how many people don't believe that would be quote unquote truth. They'll call it conspiracy theory. You know, we'll say, you know, he got shot in Grassy Knoll, they plan to kill him. That'll be a
fucking move, dog. His facial expression remained the same.
I think that'd be pretty extreme.
Call that let him know that nigga was dead. He didn't give a fuck.
They've been playing that shit. Yeah, they had been playing that shit. He was
waiting on it. He was like, he was doing this.
Yeah,
nigga,
juiced up.
About to be president, nigga.
Right. Juiced all the way up.
He probably told his mom and everything. She was probably the first person to know.
Nah, she ain't tell mama. Because they didn't want to have to kill him. He didn't want to kill mama. He didn't tell mama that shit.
Mama, I'm gonna tell you some shit.
He had to kill
mama.
Gotta
keep it on the low for a couple of days. All right.
What time is it? Y'all can go ahead and start with y'all's random questions. I'm sure this will be interesting. See what random shit y'all talking about tonight. I'm not going to be answering no super crazy wild shit, though. So we'll try to keep up. But I want to know what's going to happen. I want to know if somebody saw the story of that little girl that had that rope burn around her neck. You see that? Little black girl in a white school. Mom sent her to the white school, thought she would be safe. Went on some type of trip. 3 white boys put a goddamn noose around her neck and drug her. Left burns from the goddamn rope around her neck. No charges filed. Nothing happened to the little boys. They said the shit was a motherfucking accident. Now, ask yourself, had that been 3 black boys and 1 black girl, what would have happened to those 3 black boys? Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there real quick. What do you believe would happen to those 3 black boys? Give y'all some time. What you think, man? Had it been flipped. Now 3 white boys did it to a little black girl. Nothing happened. The mama didn't even spaz. I'd have went on the internet, learned how to make a goddamn pipe bomb, and some shit would have been getting fucked up. Fucking with me. Yeah. Fucking with me. I don't believe that if the situation would have been flipped, they'd have found out about that from a little white girl. Those little boys might have been shot. They might have said that the rope looked like a goddamn gun. That's type shit that they might have did to us. The rope looked like a motherfucking gun. Shoot all 3 of these little black boys. Let me see your lighter. You got a lighter, Cook? Oh, God.
Man, it's a lighter.
Come on, man. It's pink, though, man.
No, the fuck it ain't.
It's like magenta or some shit.
No, it's a lighter.
Yo, you light it then.
At the end of the day.
I'm childish, man. I'm childish, man. I'm not going to pick up no fucking magenta lighter, man. Shit. I'm childish as fuck. Exactly. Y'all know what would have happened to these 3 little white boys, but people want to still tell us that white privilege is a figment of our imagination, right? Either a figment of our imagination, or what they like to always do is say that it is a conspiracy theory. White privilege is a conspiracy. It's not really real. We got it hard and stuff, you know. I'm just saying. Y'all stop calling me petty, man. This shit, it's magenta, man. It's magenta. what y'all want me to do? Y'all know damn well they would have killed 3 little black boys. But a lot of white folk will not acknowledge white privilege because of the hardships that they have in life. Right. A lot of people will deny white privilege is real. But it is real. All people really have to do is think about it. Just look at situations where you have people of color in the very same exact situation as white folk, and just look at the different outcomes. A person that denies white privilege is suffering. Like, some shit is not right. If you can't look at the reality, look at all of the examples of this very clear truth and see that it's real. White people are treated different in this society. Not saying it's their fault they're treated different in society, but they are treated differently in this society. Some of them, few of them, can acknowledge that. Many of them cannot. Even black folk will deny white privilege. I've even heard that. Blows my mind. All you gotta do is work hard, man. You can get wherever you want to in life. You know, you have those motherfuckers. Like, ain't nobody talking about your amount of work hard and what the fuck you doing. I'm talking about when I get stopped by the goddamn cop. What type of attitude is this motherfucker gonna walk up here on when he comes to my car versus when he run up on a white man's car or a white woman's car? Different attitudes. It just depends. That's all it is to me.
All right, this is how slow I am. This is random as fuck too, right? But this is Black Facts for today, July 27th.
Okay, what you got?
I didn't know that Black people were actually returning to Africa. Like, they were going to, you know what I'm saying, wherever the fuck they came from.
Right.
I didn't know that they were doing that. Like, they didn't just migrate to the north or, you know, settle and start their families. So many people was like, fuck this shit, I'm going back.
That's what's up, man. I could imagine some people would have to be like, God damn.
It says the first republic was set up by freed slaves in 1847 after departing New York port in 1820. First group of freed slaves landed first in Sherbro Island in Sierra Leone and later moved on to Bushrod Island in what is today Monrovia and established a state. By 1847, the country declared its independence.
And they still over there getting raped right now by the system. That's the only thing.
This also marked the day that Martin Luther King Jr. was locked up in Albany, Georgia.
Yeah, he used to get locked up a lot, yo. He thugged it. Martin Luther King used to get locked up a lot for even peaceful protests. I got lag, and people say I got lag on my video. Let me see what's going on. I ain't got shit on.
Yeah, shit.
See if that helps.
To shut my shit down.
No, you good, man. Shit. You good. That be out. Oh, you ain't doing shit. I mean, go ahead if you ain't doing shit. I mean,
yeah.
But you have to. We already know how this shit set up, though. We know how everything works. We know how all this shit works. But a lot of people are in denial about how this shit works. And we need to understand that white supremacy is a global issue. Brittany Brown says Robert Bank Black. Hell fucking yeah. Bank Black. I actually had a link on my Facebook page, but they shut the fuck down. They shut that shit the fuck down, where I had shared the link to where all of them was. But if you Google it, you'll be able to find one. If you look for it, it will come. So getting love for my locks, man. Love Team Locks in here. Team Locks. Who is the caregiver? Lisa Green asked me, who is the caregiver? Who the fuck is the caregiver? You know what it is?
The caregiver?
The caregiver. I don't know. It sounds like a wrestling name or some shit. Like a wrestling name or some shit like that. Maybe a scary dude. The caregiver. Like a crazy doctor or some shit.
But I think they have it on Facebook. They have a directory of black banks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you look for them, you'll find it. Like, there's not a whole lot that you can't look for these days. 21
African-American owned banks with assets totaling approximately 4.7 billion, or approximately
that's increasing.
0.43% of African America's 1.1 trillion in buying power. So that's 0.43%. 4 billion we have in banks. The rest we out spending with other people.
Right. Or got tied up in other banks. And white folks getting loaned off.
There were 54 African-American owned banks.
A lot of them shut down.
So now we got 21.
Yeah, a lot of them shut down because we're not really supporting them like that. We're putting our money in white banks, and white people are getting business loans and shit off of our bread. Getting new cars and shit. All types of shit. You know.
Go to blackoutcoalition.org. It's a great site. They got a map on there of all the black banks and credit unions.
Hold on. What the fuck is this caregiver? Caregiver shot in Florida. Y'all talking about the guy from Miami, Florida? That got shot with his hands up? Y'all talking about him?
They have to be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they would have to be. Have to be. No choice. Brother Charles Kinsey. Is that who y'all talking about? Is that who y'all talking about? Charles Kinsey. I talked about Charles Kinsey last week. Now, what I did hear, I think he said he was trying to settle. Was he settling? That's the last I heard about it. He was settling. But I talked about Charles last week on last week's show. Y'all need to go back and get that. Go back and fuck with me. But we see the hypocrisy. I mean, in short, we see the hypocrisy. It doesn't matter whether you comply or not. If these fucking high-strung, and this time it wasn't a white cop. I want to say it was another Hispanic cop that shot him. But still, he's still a blue, quote-unquote, blue life. Just like the cops, there were at least 2 black cops that were getting prosecuted and got let off in the Freddie Gray case. So that shit's happening for real. People say they're getting lagged. Still, damn. Let me see. Somebody asked me. Devion Ambitious says, do you think if we all go black banks, they will flush them out the same way they do businesses? I mean, we don't know. We have to see.
Exactly. We'll have to fucking see.
We'll have to see, man.
Because Black Wall Street was just one sector of Oklahoma.
Mad love.
We wanted to put all of our money collectively as African Americans.
Here, you got this shit.
If we were to put all of our money in black banks throughout the entire United States, that would create a rift that they wouldn't be able to recover from, you know.
Right. We at least gotta check in and see. You know, that's my thing.
Rounding us up.
We at least gotta check and see what the power, you know,
because really,
what the power is.
We're here is our buying power. The fact that we spend trillions of dollars with white folk. So if we take that away, they might really start rounding our ass up.
And they might. That's what it'll take for black folk to see what the fuck going on out here, though. Hell, you see what happened to Dr. Dre in front of his own goddamn house.
I heard about that shit, man.
Yeah. Dr. Dre, all people have to do is call the cops. That is it. That's all they have to do. Call the cops. Somebody got a gun. Somebody doing some shit.
You know what I hate? It's a lot of our brothers is locked up over domestic abuse type shit. But when the cops arrive, they usually side with the woman.
Then now, well, the way it works here is both man and woman get arrested, both of them. That's how I know. I know it works like that here.
That's probably why we don't have a lot of cases that get reported.
Both of them get locked up. You wilding out.
That's probably why we don't have a lot of cases reported.
Dr. Dre got arrested in front of his own house because somebody called and said black man had a gun. So what happened with Joe Budden? I heard he was chasing Drake fans that was trying to videotape his ass, wilding the fuck out. But the nigga done said he was crazy on several songs.
Used to be my nigga, man.
He done said he was crazy. I mean, if you listen to his songs, man, he suffering from some mental illness, man. He can rap though. He got some bars.
Remember him and Paul Kane and Fab? My bad, I forgot.
Him, Paul Kane, Fab. I mean, Slaughterhouse is still got bars, but Joe Budden just wilded out, man. Miss Vince wanted to clarify that Dr. Dre was only handcuffed, not arrested. He was handcuffed, not arrested. I guess that's supposed to be better. I don't know.
The fact that he was on his property chilling, I mean,
I take it that's a lot better.
The fact that he was in his hood.
At his own crib.
In his nice, plush, white-ass neighborhood.
Chilling. Only a billionaire. Only a billionaire.
And look what Sharon just shared. That shit that I posted. I think you posted that and I got it from you.
Probably. Oh, you posting some real shit. That's why they be trying to hold me the fuck back all the time, though.
And that's right on time for what we talking about. Withholding our funds from all these major corporations and start putting it into our own.
That's what made MJ come out. We boycotted his ass a couple times. He started feeling the pressure. That's why he came up out of here. 30% is a lot, man. Your sales go down that much, that's a lot of bread. That's a lot of bread. I do want to clarify that Michael Jordan, a lot of us will say that he has stock in the private prisons. Based on my research, it is a white Michael Jordan that has stock in the private prisons.
Yeah, I posted that too.
So, you know, we can't hold him on that. It's not saying he still don't, but at least it's not on a record that he does. So we can't keep holding him for that. But he's a piece of shit for not coming out here and speaking up for his people until he start losing money.
And another thing too, man, it's up to Michael Jordan to say something about these black men killing each other. But why are they killing each other over sneakers?
Right.
That's not Michael Jordan's fault. Like, everybody blames Michael Jordan for that shit. We have to stop the shit, man. These young men are out here killing each other over shoes.
Right.
That are priced at $200. They shouldn't be $200 fucking.
Should be about $2, $3, probably.
About yeah, $2, $3.
Yeah.
With those materials. But it's not his fault.
He could have said something though.
He could have.
He could have. That's why I don't fuck with him. He could have been said something. Like, y'all chill, they $2. Something, you know. They $2. You know, y'all can stop this shit over $2. I mean, y'all spending this money several times over at the goddamn strip club.
But I respect him though. He's a black exec in the NBA, the only one, and his whole team is nothing but black people. He putting black people to work. He ain't got too many white people in his front office. I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him.
I knew he was about to say that.
What?
You don't fuck with him?
I don't. I mean, I can't fuck with him regardless of him owning a piece of a team and all the other shit. Like, I don't fuck with dude.
He's the majority shareholder.
I mean, whatever he do, I don't fuck with him. I can't rock with MJ because he gonna have to do more than he's done for me to be able to fully fuck with him on that level. Now, I respect him as an athlete. You know, I would never say he was trash or nothing like that.
Way more. I think the more money you make, the more you need to be fucking saying.
Right, because you got that big nest egg. Same way with some of the players.
Every time he get a mic in front of his mouth, he should be saying something about fucking.
About like your boy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he'll come out and say some stuff sometime. He'll do that. He'll do that shit.
Kareem took a bold stance. He changed his name when that shit wasn't even cool.
Yeah.
When it was already not cool to be black, he went a step further.
Yeah.
I'm changing my fucking name
to some black shit.
and y'all gonna call me this shit.
Right. And I'm gonna be nice at the same
greatest
time.
Of all time in his position.
So he comes out and says something. So I can't give Jordan a pass.
Muhammad Ali, all that money Muhammad Ali made didn't keep him from fucking saying shit.
I don't prefer Spike Lee movies.
Spike Lee is a different.
You want guy. My spot? Flash is her username. I did Eddie Kane.
Yes,
Eddie Kane.
I be seeing people spelling it Kane, like Kane, and it's King. Eddie King, King.
Oh,
just so y'all know.
There you go.
Eddie King Jr.
But I don't necessarily prefer Spike Lee movies. I mean, they can be all right when they all right, and when they're not. I mean, I didn't like his last movie. I didn't like. Well, no.
Concept.
I didn't like. It was an interesting concept, but he stole it. It wasn't his concept. It was a play, right. Greek play. What was the name of that shit? Chirac. I didn't like Chirac, and I didn't like the documentary he did on Michael Jackson either. I watched it, but I didn't fuck with that either. So
I'm trying to think of all the movies he's done that I fucked with. He did Do the Right Thing, Jungle Fever.
Right.
That shine light on interracial relationships.
Who the fuck did White Man Can't Jump? Was that him? Or him? Neil, what's this shit? Charmaine McGill said, "How do you feel about Jay-Z? I Got the Keys video. Should he be scared?"
I hate the song. I love the video.
I don't know. Is it hot? I mean, that's not the song he got with Push T.
Black and white video. No.
Oh.
The song he got with Future. It's gonna be a Disney Khaled's album.
Hell no.
Future saying the whole time, "I got the keys, keys, keys. I got the keys, keys, keys. I got the."
I can't.
Like that's not.
I can't.
Is that really the hook for a Jay song?
I can't. Jay, but he not doing it himself, but he got somebody on there to do it for him. That little voice shit. I can't fuck with that. So I'll never know what that's like.
The video, he got everybody they fuck with. You know what I'm saying? If I remember correctly, Jeezy's in it, Rick Ross, all of the black people that he's pretty much brought on. Right. He's been a mentor.
Oh, they all spit bars on it or something?
No. Oh. Just standing in the video, you know what I'm saying? Looking hard, you know what I'm saying? Being black millionaires.
Of course.
They're not really doing anything great, but I like the fact that he got all them together in one video, and it's feel like some black power shit because they ain't all black.
Well, I ain't falling for the all black, goddamn. But they wanted me fall for it.
Another thing too, Jay-Z gets a lot of flack for not saying anything, but he says a lot more in his songs that people don't really listen to Jay-Z. Like y'all motherfuckers be listening to Future, everything else. Absorb some of them Jay-Z bars when he's talking about the privatized prisons, when he's talking about like the little joint that he did for Tidal. Y'all go out and support all Apple, everybody else, and you complaining that I'm charging $10 a month for this service. Like you go to Spotify, they charging the same thing. Like why is it such a problem when a black man's trying to do something? Like when he's trying to get something started. You're gonna support Sony, you know what I'm saying? Like PlayStation 4. Why is it such a huge deal when Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, is trying to get something done?
Well, I mean, I don't fuck with Jay-Z, but you already know that. That Tidal shit, him coming out trying to call out people. I don't feel like he has the right to call nobody out, man. I don't think he has the place to call anybody out. He out here making money, doing whatever the fuck he do. He don't own a fucking bank or no shit like that. You open up a web streaming service. I mean, I guess that's detrimental to the black community. I don't know, but I'm not going to respect them as a black, I guess, political figure because what the fuck is Tidal? I mean, especially based on the music that they're putting. I mean,
but in this,
they ain't spitting no conscious bars.
And I said this, you know, I've said this a couple times. is it really a smart thing to do to come out and let your plans be known? To really voice everything that you feel? You know what I'm saying? Or is it a good idea to organize behind closed doors and just take the flack from people? You know what I'm saying? Whatever they might be saying. We don't really know.
Well, I got a lot of life left. He can come out and impress me.
I mean, not saying, but doing. We don't know what they have in the works.
I have to see the works. I mean, I can't be out here, you know.
Farrakhan don't mean nothing until some shit start going down.
Dylan said, isn't Jay-Z about to sell title anyways? He might try to do what Dr. Dre did.
Yeah.
Same shit. Same shit.
But what he's doing with his money, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know what none of these celebrities are doing. I'm hoping that they got some shit going on behind closed doors that's going to be for the betterment of Black people.
We'll see. I'll be here. I will be here. Miss Murphy says, Rob, the mothers of the slain Black guys was at the Democratic National Convention last night. Tamir Rice's mom did not attend. I saw that. A lot of them were supporting Hillary Clinton, saying that she was going to put an end to police brutality and violence. I hate to call women that lost their sons' lives coons, but in this case, I don't really have much of a fucking choice. To come out your mouth after your son has been killed by the police and then paid you the fuck off. After that happens, you come out and say to someone or to back someone that has let things happen to your people that she does not have fucking answers to, nor does she really care about. She's only pandering to you for votes. Why not say some shit like that? Now I know they can't because they got paid money or whatever like that, but I saw that shit and I can't respect that shit. Because Hillary Clinton, 3 strikes you're out. That was under her and her husband's watch. They did that shit together. That's why your black son was even getting looked at. They even, you know, thought anything of your black son was because of that. So I mean, you gotta understand it. And at least in my opinion, fuck that shit. I wouldn't have did it.
Yeah, you can't really take money and then say anything.
Yeah.
You should just shut the fuck up and go somewhere.
Right.
Like even your tears, like they don't matter. Like they're not real. You took money, bitch. They got a real good little 30-minute documentary. I think it is called Stay Woke, the Black Lives Matter movement.
I couldn't watch a documentary about the Black Lives Matter movement.
But it shows clips of each situation that we've dealt with, like all the major cases from last year, like if you forgot them, the details of them, and just, you know, Black people, like Jesse Williams is on there giving his bit.
Okay.
But it's an interesting little documentary.
You already seen it?
Yeah. I watched it with Shannon. It was pretty good. Watched it in the spittle. Didn't have shit else to do.
Right.
But yeah, it showed Freddie Gray. You know what I'm saying? They showed the videos, of course, of each situation.
I couldn't even watch
people's take on it. It's sad, bro. Like it brought all those emotions back. When you found out about each situation, it's like, damn,
that shit fucked up.
And we're terrorists.
Right.
That movement, Black Lives Matter, they're terrorists.
Right. Peaceful protest terrorists. This is what they are. So
now we call these Islamic militants terrorists.
I don't.
ISIS, all these different groups.
I don't call them terrorists.
Are they really terrorists?
That's
what if they're protesting peacefully in their countries?
Well, you just heard about the missile strikes that them killed. How many civilians did it kill? God damn. Like 57 or some shit?
A lot of fucking civilians.
To me, I mean, somebody could survive that. To watch their mom be killed by a fucking bomb and dedicated their whole life to coming over here blowing some shit the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's I mean, they be a terrorist, but you create a situation for the terrorist to formulate his opinion of why he wants to terrorize your motherfucking country.
Reaction.
Right. Don't nobody deal with that shit. That's the same thing, in my opinion. That's the same thing as black people reacting to the actions that is happening to us. And that's why they'll call us terrorists, because they do the same shit overseas. They treat them the same fucking way. Media propaganda will be against those people. Everybody will be against them. That's the same shit they do to us. But we're reacting to the shit they doing to us. They'll make us look the same fucking way. And that's why I know they doing that shit, because they do it to us. So if they're gonna do it to us and we right here, they're able to control the media about us right here. I know damn well overseas they're doing that shit.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
Oh yeah.
Straight up. Most definitely. What they, let me see what y'all, let me go back up here. D-Ray is an agent, all right. Y'all to my amigos, y'all wow. Let me see. KNC says Black Lives Matter is a fake group. All right.
Well, if they fake, they really getting a lot of flack from the media right now. Like, that's what lets me know that they might be kind of real.
Because of flack they getting from the media?
The fact that they being called terrorists, like there's no reason that the government would have to call somebody terrorist.
But see, this is the thing about white folk. Here's the thing about white folk in a white society with white media. They called Beyonce a fucking terrorist. So you have to understand, you don't have to do much. All you have to do is say, I'm tired of white people killing black people. That's all you have to say, even if you don't say it like Beyonce didn't say anything like that, right? But they'll call her a terrorist just for repping a little bit of a rep. They'll still call you a terrorist. In this society, everything, all right, from teaspoon to gallon is black terrorism or black terrorists. And they put in that media, and the media is against us as well. So, and our own people are against us as well. So when you have that situation, you know, what can you do? What the fuck can you do?
Sit idly. You ain't got no more of that black.
Yeah.
She went up to the stove, nigga.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep, nigga.
You tripped. With 0 blacks?
I might have to. Because I don't feel like getting the fuck up. I'm hungry, though. I am hungry.
Should I go for the tea? We won't be too good.
Bougie Boo Boo Winky. I can't stand Hillary Clinton. She likely don't care about blacks. I will take the likely out to proofread that. If I got the red pen, I'm going to do likely. But you said she likely don't care about blacks, but I can't call someone a coon for saying something or supporting someone I wouldn't. You can't because you're not in a position to. I understand. I got you. Okay. I'll do it for you. That way you don't have to deal with it. I'll do it. I won't call nobody a full-blown coon for supporting Hillary.
All right. Call that a scapegoat?
Yeah, I'll take the heat for it. I'll be everybody's scapegoat. You ain't call nobody a coon. I got you. But I wouldn't call nobody a full-blown coon at the, I guess, supporting of Hillary Clinton. But I would want to hear the logic. I would have to hear all of it. They would have to tell me how they were tricked. They would have to tell me how or what type of logic they're taking into the voting booth with them. I would have to know all that information. And it would all have to make sense. You're not going to say, well, I vote Democrat. Now you're a coon. At that point, you're a coon because you're being really ignorant about what's going on. So it's just, you know.
And she was an attorney and she locked a lot of black folk up.
She supported Margaret Sanger. That's her hero.
That's what people don't, a lot of people don't remember that part of her history.
Goldwater.
Attorney.
Goldwater. She was supporting that racist motherfucker, man.
Rich black
this dude to my young thug got a conscious song I need to hear. Stop playing.
It's and I correct myself. It's not even about getting the black votes because they already know who the fuck they gonna pick. It's about keeping the black people at bay while they're in the office.
It's about making black people believe they were included in the decision.
That too.
That keeps you at bay.
Yeah.
If you get to participate every 4 years, it keeps you at bay. It keeps you at least believing that you have some rights in the system. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what keeps
y'all motherfuckers the jury duty. I'll be goddamn.
I ain't never been. I ain't never been to jury duty before.
You ain't registered to vote.
Clean. Then I get to come through clean. Fuck that shit. What about HBCUs, Lisa Green? What about it? What are you asking me about HBCUs? I just see HBCUs, Rob, and question mark.
I went to a HBCU. Shout out to all HBCUs because
a lot of them are being gentrified right now.
Well, that too, yeah.
A lot of them. Because rich people like Jay-Z.
It's really one of the only places that a black person can receive a formal education. Like what we need to know to prepare us for the world that we're about to be in. This racist fucking world that we're about to enter.
I don't believe HBCUs teach that. I don't believe that. I can't. Because there's too many black people that don't understand what racism is.
There's a lot of people that don't go to their counselors either. That don't make the effort to try to understand either. They go into a HBCU because they got a 2.0. Lord knows that's why I went. Because I did terrible my senior year.
Right.
So that's the reason why a lot of people go. They be trapping from college. They don't give a fuck. But for the people that actually want to go and
get that knowledge,
it's there.
I respect it. I can respect that. But I fuck with HBCUs. I don't like the fact that they're being gentrified. I don't like the fact that people like Oprah, like Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, they're watching them. They're watching them be gentrified. They're watching it happen.
I see a white professor at my all-black school teaching me African American.
A lot of them right now, some of them are actually majority. A lot of them are picking up a white student body because of the money.
They get free rides.
Yeah,
bro, because they're a minority.
Yeah,
you feel me? So they get to go up in there.
That's what your girl.
While we struggling to pay for education.
I think that's what your girl Rachel Dolezal was on. She was on some shit like that. I think she did something like that. Her HBCU because she was white. That's what fucked it up for her. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Let me answer this question. Busy Bo says, Rob, do you think Clinton would be a backdoor extermination of blacks and Trump? And if Trump, if elected, would be the front door black extermination? I mean, yeah. I think either way. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good. Yeah, because the Democrats they're gonna give it to you soft. You know, they're gonna chew your food up for you a little bit. You know, put it in your mouth, almost like you feed a baby. Almost like you feed a baby. That's how the Democrats treat black folk.
Trump let it be known how he feel about y'all. He don't.
But he's never done that though. That's the only thing that people say that about Trump. Trump has been against the Mexicans. He ain't came out against black people full blown. We done caught times situation where Hillary been slipping more than Trump. Real shit. I mean,
at the same time, he got the support of the KKK. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, he's white. What the fuck?
And he shook their hand. So
Christians support Obama. Black Christians. I mean, even though he's not a Christian, what are you gonna do? They see a white face, they're gonna support whatever the fuck his white ass talking about. That's white people act like that. I mean, that's just, I don't know what else to say about, they act like that. But
then you get to see all people's like these secret races. I hate these little motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They want to come out now all of a sudden and be like, yeah, well, I don't like Mexicans. Well, you wasn't saying that until Donald Trump was saying the shit. So why is it acceptable now? Because everybody else saying it.
Right.
Like, stay your little secret ass, your little scary ass online. Say whatever the fuck you need to.
Right.
Don't come out the woodworks.
They're not gonna they ain't gonna come out here and be full blown till somebody come out there and say it. They like, yeah, and then look around, everybody else saying, yeah, they start that. That's the attitude that a person is gonna have. They need somebody else to say it first so they can agree with it. It's easier like that. Yeah. It's easier like that.
That's why Hitler got over on the extermination of the Jews.
Oh shit, y'all. Dylan told me what time it was. It's 11 o'clock, y'all. I gotta get the fuck out of here. All right. Mad love to everybody that showed up to watch the show tonight. See, we got like 9 dislikes right now during the show. Probably some racist motherfuckers or some motherfucking coons. And this is either black coons or white coons. 3 motherfucking Ks. Yeah, we didn't say nothing but straight real shit all night. But either way, them motherfuckers gonna always motherfucking hate. They're gonna always be on my page just trying to get me motherfucking blocked. Y'all already know what it is. Look in the description box. Follow me everywhere. All right, because ain't no telling when they're gonna knock me the fuck off for some straight up bullshit. All right, mad love to everybody. We'll see y'all next week.
Shout out Miss Murphy. Shout out to Gina. Shout out Miss Nunnally in Hawaii. Well, not in Hawaii, but the Hawaiian. Yeah, that's shout out my baby as always, of course. Shout out Shannon for making my baby. And that's all I got.
There it is, y'all. We'll see y'all next Wednesday at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Team Rob, we out.